and welcome to this week's Safety Shock Walk video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the importance of safely transporting or moving your welding machines and handling of cylinders, compressed gas cylinders. So let's get right to it. The reason we're talking about this is because we did have an incident and we frequently transport and move cylinders around. We recently had an incident in which a person changed their welding machine's compressed cylinder, and as the person's doing the work, changed it, it's involved thinking about, oh, I got to get this job done, rushing a little bit, forgot to put the chain that goes right on the unit to strap it back in here, which is this chain that you'll see right here underneath the cable. Okay, so forgot to strap it. Decides to move the welding machine, and that cylinder dropped to the ground. He was extremely fortunate, and it was very lucky that this valve did not get hit on a table or on a metal table and come off, because what the danger of this, although that the gas in here itself is not explosive, it's compressed gas, so that would have shot out like a torpedo, and there's no stopping it. At the tremendous force, it could break someone's legs. It would have shot like a torpedo, and the only stop to this thing would have been until the gases inside are done, and it no longer has a pushing force. So making sure that you transport the cylinders when you're transporting them, from grabbing them from their location, which we'll go ahead and walk over to in a bit, you got to make sure you put the cap on, okay? Let's go ahead and go over to that location, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So to continue, we are now at the compressed cylinder location. And as you can see, we have a bunch of cylinders here. And we have a dolly with a chain. When you grab your cylinder and transport it to your area, you must always have these caps on at all times when transporting those cylinders. It is extremely important for you to make sure that it's secured and that the cap is on. Take it to your area. Once you install it on your machine, you will go ahead and put all the hoses up, make sure it's not leaking, okay? And then secure it onto your machine, and it's ready to be used. But it's extremely important to make sure that you follow the process. We do have a training class that teaches you how to put the cylinders on your welding machine and all that. But again, this is extremely important that you follow the processes of transporting the cylinders, moving around. The other thing we do, cylinders, sometimes we take them to the field, okay? And these cylinders can actually go laying flat on the ground of the bed of a truck. You should never, ever, ever take a cylinder with you inside a truck that, like for instance, an SUV. If something was to happen, you don't want that cylinder inside with you. But on a truck bed, you could put it in the back of the truck bed. Ideally, if you put it upright, it must be strapped here and here. And we'll go ahead and demonstrate that outside. Most all the trucks have a couple tie down points. And if you, like on this one, if you come over here, this is a small truck, but this is just, I'm using this as an example. There's a tie down point up there and a tie down point here. We have a strap. So literally you would put the unit with the cap facing that way, push it all the way against here, and then you grab that, choke it, and then grab to this side and make it tight, right? And then you could put wood blocks there to prevent it from moving, okay? And then the back of it there's always attachment points here. The back of the mid side of the cylinder, you would also do the same thing. You would grab underneath, choke. If there is additional attachment points, on some trucks might have them, and so then you could also use those attachment points to make it secure. Once you do that, then you close your bed of the truck, and let's just say this is, again, the small truck, so it's just for an example. When you close it, if your cylinder, because the truck is big, has a big gap that it could possibly come and go back and forth, what you want to do is you want to grab a piece of a wood block or something, put it in the front so that it prevents movement at all. And that's how you want to safely take a cylinder. If you have other material and you need the space, then the other options, like I just said, you would do tie down the bottom, okay? You could use one side, strap it to that side, and then you use the top side and then strap it at the midpoint. But you need to strap at least at the midpoint level and down. If you are not able to strap it at midpoint level and you're only trying to strap down below, that canister is going to tip over. So please do not attempt to strap it with only using strapping at the bottom. We have a picture of someone strapping it securely to the midpoint, and which we'll share in the video as well, so you could use as reference. Hopefully everybody now understands the importance of transporting and how to safely transport our compressed cylinders. We got to make sure that you follow the process, and if you're in doubt or not sure, get with us. We'll get it in the best way of transporting these cylinders and so forth. But make sure that you follow the process. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.